You know, it's a funny thing about mornings. For many of us, they can feel like a fresh start, a clean slate, a chance to begin anew. But what if I told you that for countless people, especially as we get a little older, those first few hours of the day are actually a hidden battlefield, silently raising the risk of something as serious as a stroke? It's a painful reality that many don't even consider, simply because these morning routines are so ingrained, so seemingly innocent. We stumble out of bed, perhaps feeling a bit stiff or groggy, and rush into the day, unaware that some of our earliest habits are quietly working against our health, subtly tightening the screws on our cardiovascular system. Imagine waking up feeling that familiar morning haze, that little bit of discomfort, or perhaps the sheer urgency to get things done, and not knowing that the way you're handling those very first moments could be setting the stage for a critical health event later on. It's not about grand, complicated lifestyle overhauls. Often, the biggest risks stem from the smallest, most repetitive actions we take without a second thought. This isn't just speculation. It's a profound insight shared by one of Japan's oldest and most revered doctors, someone who has dedicated a lifetime to understanding the subtle interplay between our daily habits and our long-term health. He's seen firsthand how the choices we make, particularly in those vulnerable morning hours, can profoundly impact our heart and brain health, either protecting us or unknowingly pushing us towards danger. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 5 specific morning habits that this wise elder statesman of medicine warns against. These aren't just minor adjustments. They are fundamental shifts in how we approach our mornings that can dramatically lower your stroke risk, improve your overall well-being, and set you up for a healthier, more vibrant life. We'll uncover why these habits are so perilous, and more importantly, what simple, gentle changes you can make to safeguard your health. So, stay with me, because what you learn here could truly transform your mornings and your future. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you, something that ties all these insights together in a powerful way. Let's gently begin with the first morning habit that many of us fall into, almost without thinking. And it's something that the wise doctor from Japan specifically warns against: the habit of waking up too abruptly and essentially jerking yourself out of bed. Think about it for a moment. You've been lying down, often for 6, 7, or 8 hours, in a horizontal position. Your heart has been working at a slower, more relaxed pace, and your blood pressure is naturally lower. When that alarm blares, or even if you just suddenly decide it's time to leap into action, your body has to make a very rapid adjustment. This sudden jolt, this quick transition from lying down to sitting up or standing, can cause a rapid, significant spike in blood pressure. Your body suddenly needs to pump blood uphill against gravity to your brain and all your muscles. And if your arteries aren't as supple as they once were, or if you already have underlying blood pressure issues, this sudden demand can be a real strain on your cardiovascular system. It's like going from 0 to 60 in a blink of an eye without any warm-up. Imagine a car engine that's been off all night. You wouldn't just floor the accelerator the moment you turn the key, would you? You'd let it warm up a bit. Your body is far more complex and delicate than a car engine. This sudden increase in blood pressure is one of the silent culprits that can stress your arteries, potentially leading to microtears or weakening over time, making them more susceptible to blockages or even rupture, which are direct precursors to stroke. The Japanese doctor emphasizes the importance of a gentle, gradual awakening, respecting the body's natural need for a smooth transition. He teaches that our bodies, especially as we age, thrive on calm and rhythm, not sudden shocks. So, what's the simple, actionable change you can make instead of springing out of bed? Try what he calls the gentle sunrise approach. When you first wake up, before you even think about putting your feet on the floor, spend a few minutes just lying there. Take a few deep, slow breaths. Notice the feeling of the bed beneath you. Then, slowly, almost luxuriously, roll onto your side. From your side, push yourself up into a sitting position on the edge of the bed. Don't rush this. Sit there for a minute or two. Let your feet feel the floor. Let your body adjust to the vertical position. Maybe you do a few gentle ankle rotations or wrist circles. This gives your blood pressure a chance to gradually equalize, and your heart a moment to prepare for the day's demands. It's a small pause, perhaps only 2 or 3 minutes, but it can make an enormous difference in preventing that sudden, dangerous pressure surge. Think of it as a brief, mindful meditation for your circulatory system. It's about being kind to your body right from the start of the day. This simple shift not only protects your heart and brain, but also sets a calmer, more intentional tone for your entire morning, reducing that initial rush and stress. It's a foundational step, and once you get into the habit, you'll wonder how you ever started your day any other way. Now, seamlessly flowing from the importance of a gentle awakening, let's talk about the second morning habit that many people, especially those over 60, often overlook. And it's another one that significantly concerns the wise Japanese doctor not hydrating properly first thing in the morning. Or perhaps even worse, reaching straight for that cup of coffee without any water. Many of us wake up feeling thirsty, but instead of reaching for a glass of water, our automatic response is to head for the coffee machine or the kettle. While there's nothing inherently wrong with coffee in moderation, starting your day with it without prior hydration can be problematic. Think about it. You've just gone 6, 7, or 8 hours without any fluid intake. Your body has been working all night, carrying out essential metabolic processes, and it's used up a lot of its water reserves. You wake up naturally dehydrated to some degree. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, more viscous. Imagine trying to pump thick syrup through narrow pipes. It takes more effort, doesn't it? The same principle applies to your blood flowing through your arteries. Thicker blood means your heart has to work harder to pump it around your body, which can increase blood pressure and put strain on your cardiovascular system. This increased viscosity also makes it easier for blood clots to form, and those clots are a direct pathway to ischemic stroke. The Japanese doctor stresses that pure, clean water is the first medicine of the day. He emphasizes that the morning is a crucial window for rehydration. He suggests that the very first thing that touches your lips after waking up should be a glass of water. Not just a small sip, but a full, refreshing glass. This simple act immediately begins to rehydrate your body from the inside out, thinning your blood, making it flow more smoothly, and reducing the workload on your heart. It's like oiling the engine before you start driving. It also helps to kickstart your metabolism, gently wake up your digestive system, and even aids in flushing out toxins accumulated overnight. Many people report feeling more awake and energized after this simple morning ritual than they do after their first cup of coffee. The warmth or coolness of the water is up to you, but room temperature is often recommended as it's less of a shock to your system. Some even add a squeeze of lemon for a little extra boost and digestive aid. So, the actionable step here is incredibly simple. Make plain water your very first drink of the morning. Keep a glass of water by your bedside, so it's the first thing you see and reach for. Before you even think about brewing coffee or making tea, drink a full glass. And then, if you still want your coffee or tea, go ahead and enjoy it. But you've already given your body that essential foundational hydration it desperately needs. This isn't about denying yourself your morning brew. It's about prioritizing what your body truly needs first. It's a gentle, loving act of self-care that pays huge dividends for your circulation and overall health, significantly reducing one of those silent risks for stroke. This habit, combined with the gentle awakening we just discussed, sets a powerful, protective tone for your entire day, moving you further away from those hidden morning dangers and closer to lasting vitality. Moving on from hydration, let's talk about the third significant morning habit that the Japanese doctor advises against, and it's one that directly impacts your blood sugar and overall energy levels, which in turn influences your stroke risk. Skipping breakfast entirely, or perhaps just as detrimental, opting for a highly processed, sugary breakfast. Many people, especially as they get older, might skip breakfast because they don't feel hungry, or they're in a rush, or they simply think it's a way to cut calories. Others might grab a donut, a sugary cereal, or a pastry because it's quick and easy. However, both of these approaches can be very problematic for your cardiovascular health and for maintaining stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. When you wake up, your body has been fasting all night. Your blood sugar levels are generally low, and your brain and muscles are crying out for fuel. Skipping breakfast means you prolong this fasting state, which can lead to fatigue, poor concentration, and, crucially, a tendency to overeat later in the day, often leading to less healthy choices. This roller coaster of hunger and overeating can contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation, all of which are risk factors for stroke. On the other hand, a breakfast loaded with refined sugars and processed carbohydrates provides a quick, but very short-lived, burst of energy. This rapidly spikes your blood sugar, causing your body to release a large amount of insulin to bring it back down. This repeated cycle of sugar highs and lows can lead to insulin resistance over time, which is a precursor to type 2 diabetes. And as we know, diabetes significantly increases the risk of heart disease and stroke because high blood sugar damages blood vessels and nerves. The Japanese doctor advocates for a gentle, nourishing start to the day that stabilizes your blood sugar and provides sustained energy. He emphasizes the importance of wholesome, unprocessed foods that fuel your body without causing a dramatic sugar spike. Think about foods that offer a good balance of complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, and protein. So, what's the actionable change here if you're a breakfast skipper? Try to introduce something small and easily digestible. Start with a piece of fruit and a handful of nuts, or a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a few berries. The goal is to gently break the fast and provide your body with some immediate, steady fuel. If your morning routine includes sugary cereals or pastries, consider swapping them for options like oatmeal, not the instant sugary kind, but steel-cut or rolled oats with some berries and a sprinkle of nuts or seeds. Eggs are another fantastic option, whether scrambled, boiled, or poached, offering high-quality protein that keeps you feeling full and satisfied without blood sugar spikes. Whole grain toast with avocado, or even a small portion of last night's healthy leftovers, can be wonderful. The key is to choose foods that release energy slowly and steadily, avoiding those sharp peaks and valleys in your blood sugar. This gentle, consistent fueling helps keep your blood vessels healthy, reduces inflammatory responses, and supports steady energy levels, making you less susceptible to the cardiovascular stresses that can increase stroke risk. It's about giving your body the right kind of fuel from the very beginning of the day, setting a positive metabolic rhythm. Now, let's transition to the fourth morning habit that often goes unnoticed but can have profound effects on our stroke risk, especially as we get older. And it's something the Japanese doctor speaks about with deep wisdom: the habit of rushing and starting your day with high levels of stress and anxiety. We live in a world that often demands we hit the ground running the moment we wake up. Our minds might be flooded with to-do lists, worries about work, family, or appointments. We might rush through our morning routine, frantically getting ready, feeling pressured by the clock. This constant sense of urgency and stress, especially in those vulnerable morning hours, triggers our body's fight or flight response. When you're under stress, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones cause your heart rate to increase, your blood vessels to constrict, and your blood pressure to rise. While this response is vital in short-term emergencies, chronic or repeated activation of this stress response, particularly first thing in the morning when your body is just transitioning, can be incredibly damaging. Imagine your blood vessels as flexible pipes. When they repeatedly constrict under stress, it puts constant strain on their walls, contributing to hardening of the artery's atherosclerosis over time. This makes them less elastic and more prone to blockages or damage, significantly increasing your risk of stroke. The Japanese doctor's philosophy emphasizes calmness, mindfulness, and the importance of easing into your day rather than launching into it at full speed. He believes that the emotional and mental state you cultivate in the morning sets the tone for your physiological state. A calm, unhurried start can keep those stress hormones in check, allowing your blood pressure to remain stable and your heart to work efficiently. It's about consciously creating a sanctuary of calm, even if it's just for a few minutes. So, what's the actionable change? It's about intentionally slowing down your morning and building in moments of calm. This might mean setting your alarm just 10 or 15 minutes earlier than you currently do. Not to do more, but to have more space. Use those extra minutes for gentle stretching in bed, as we discussed earlier, or a short period of quiet reflection. Instead of checking your phone or jumping into news headlines right away, give yourself a moment to just be. Practice deep breathing exercises, even 5 slow. Deep breaths can signal to your nervous system that you are safe and calm. If you enjoy a morning beverage, sip it slowly, savoring the warmth rather than gulping it down. If you have pets, spend a few minutes gently interacting with them. Plan your morning routine the night before, so you don't wake up feeling chaotic. Choose your clothes, pack your bag, or set out breakfast items. By reducing decision fatigue and the feeling of being rushed, you inherently lower your morning stress levels. This conscious effort to cultivate a peaceful morning environment isn't just about feeling better. It's a powerful preventative measure against the insidious effects of chronic stress on your cardiovascular system, directly reducing your stroke risk. It's about telling your body, right from the start, that everything is all right, and that calm is the order of the day. Finally, we arrive at the 5th, often unspoken, yet incredibly important morning habit that the Japanese doctor highlights as a potential contributor to stroke risk, especially for those over 60 straining during bowel movements. While it might seem like a private and somewhat uncomfortable topic, it's a vital one when we talk about morning health and stroke prevention. Many people experience constipation or irregular bowel movements, and the morning is often the time when we attempt to go. If you find yourself straining significantly, pushing with great effort to pass stool, you are creating what's known as a Valsalva maneuver. This involves holding your breath and bearing down, which dramatically increases pressure in your chest and abdomen. This sudden increase in pressure temporarily impedes blood flow to the heart and brain. When you finally release the strain, there's a rebound effect where blood rushes back, causing a sudden, sharp increase in blood pressure for individuals who may already have weakened blood vessels, high blood pressure, or underlying cardiovascular conditions. This sudden surge in blood pressure can be extremely dangerous. It can put immense stress on arteries, potentially leading to the rupture of a blood vessel in the brain, or dislodging a clot that then travels to the brain, both of which are direct causes of stroke. The Japanese doctor stresses that healthy elimination is a cornerstone of overall well-being, and that any routine that causes significant straining needs to be addressed. It's not just about comfort. It's about protecting your delicate vascular system. So, what are the actionable steps to avoid this potentially dangerous morning habit? The first and most crucial step is to prioritize adequate hydration throughout the entire day. Not just first thing in the morning. Remember how we talked about drinking water first thing? That habit continues to pay dividends here, helping to keep your stool soft and easier to pass. Secondly, incorporate more fiber into your diet. This means plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and nuts. Aim for a variety of both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber found in oats, apples. Beans helps absorb water and soften stool, while insoluble fiber found in whole wheat. Vegetables. Fruit skins adds bulk and helps move waste through your digestive system. Think of gentle, consistent movement as well. Even light morning exercise, like a short walk, can stimulate bowel activity. Listen to your body and don't ignore the urge to go. Trying to hold it in can make constipation worse. And finally, consider your posture on the toilet. A small footstool or squatty potty can elevate your knees, mimicking a more natural squatting position, which can relax the muscles around the rectum and make bowel movements easier and less strained. This simple change in posture can make a profound difference. By addressing these 5 morning habits, the abrupt wake-up, skipping water for coffee, unhealthy breakfasts, rushing and stress, and straining during bowel movements, you are taking powerful, proactive steps suggested by Japan's oldest doctor to safeguard your health and significantly reduce your stroke risk. It's truly amazing, isn't it? How these seemingly small, everyday actions can accumulate to have such a massive impact on our long-term health and well-being. The wisdom shared by Japan's oldest doctor isn't about complex medical procedures or expensive treatments. It's about returning to fundamental principles of living in harmony with our bodies, respecting their natural rhythms, and making choices that gently support our health from the very first moments of our day. Remember, every single morning is a fresh opportunity to make better choices, to be kinder to your body, and to build a foundation of wellness that will serve you for years to come. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just pick one of these habits that resonates most with you and try to make a small, consistent change. Perhaps it's just drinking that glass of water before your coffee. Or maybe it's spending an extra 2 minutes sitting on the side of the bed before you stand up. Small changes truly do make a big difference, especially when you apply them consistently over time. Your body is incredibly resilient and responsive, and it will thank you for these thoughtful adjustments. We hope this video has given you some valuable insights and practical steps to a healthier, safer morning. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you tried any of these habits? Do you have your own morning rituals that you find helpful? Share your wisdom with our community. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who could benefit from this kind of content. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful tips and guidance on living your best life at every age. Thank you for watching. And remember, you have the power to create a healthier, happier future. One gentle morning at a time. Live your best life at every age.